Track and Field Championships. Look how tight things are with 5 events remaining. LSU with just 2-point lead over Arkansas, then Florida 6 back, and A&M still in it because they have more finalists. And on the inside, A&M in the lead by 9 over Florida. And then Arkansas 5 back, and Alabama still in the mix. When you think of the 5,000 meters, it is more to come. Next event, 400-meter hurdles for men. Collegiate record holders Ry Benjamin, the Olympic silver medalist. Aiden Owens-Delerme set the meet record last year. That's right, 400 hurdles, not decathlon. And Chris Robinson has the best time in the country this year. There is Chris Robinson. He will start out in lane 7. Considers himself to be about at the top of his game, reigning NCAA champion, and he knows there's still more left to do in this very important year.
I mean, it's not very much of an impact because it's something that I always know I could do. I just know I have people at my back wanting to, basically use me as a target, and I'm ready for it. And it's really what drives me to be great and run the times that I do.
So he'll be out in lane number 7, which makes him a target for pretty much the 6 athletes that are inside of him.
Well, what we're seeing today is that preferred lane, the best lane on the track is probably lane 6, and then you go out to 7 and then into 5. But Chris Robinson from Alabama, he's going to have his hands full with a couple of Tennessee athletes inside of him. Rasheem Griffith, great pickup here for the Tennessee Volunteers. And then inside of him, a Frenchman who was already qualified for the Olympic Games, or at least has the A standard, Clement Ducos. He looked phenomenal in the semis. This guy makes 13 strides in between each hurdle look absolutely easy. If he's patient there on the inside, he could give Chris Robinson some trouble. But we talk about scoring there just before the 400-meter hurdles, and this is an opportunity now for Alabama to get closer to the top of the leaderboard from the team standpoint. Corday Long, he is a gamer in the outside. Clayton Elder, if he can get up for a couple of points as well. But all eyes will be there in lane 7. Chris Robinson, this guy just knows how to come up with a big performance when he needs it. And I think it was a little bit of a crazy experiment last year with Aiden Owens-Delerme. The guy just wanted to show his versatility. He didn't do multi-events all spring long. And then he shows up at the SEC meet and just runs some spectacular 400-meter hurdle races, but he couldn't follow it up at the NCAA meet. And Chris Robinson ran his best races of the season, came away with an NCAA title. But the coach, sprint coach at Alabama, said he would like to see Chris Robinson just be a little more patient in those first 5 hurdles. He got off of his 13, just 13 strides in between, just a little bit quick because he rushed the first 5 hurdles. Says he wants him to take that 13 stride out to the 7th hurdle if he can, and then switch to switch down to his 14 and his 15 down the home stretch.
There are 3 Tennessee Volunteers in this race, 3 Alabama Crimson Tide in this race, and Alabama needs the points. They're going to get some in the 5,000. So this is a very important event for them.
7.
It's easy enough to see who's in the lead in this race. It's the man who's over the hurdle first. Clement Ducos is going up very quickly there in the middle of the track. He's got Chris Robinson to key off of. He's already made up the stagger on his teammate Rasheem Griffith to his outside.
Well, and look at the smoothness. Look at the patience in which Ducos takes these hurdles there. He went 7 through 200 meters. Now he's going to alternate. There's a left leg, but he is rolling right now.
Ducos comes off the turn first. Chase it is Chris Robinson. Nothing's going to stop Ducos if he makes this 10th hurdle. That's it. Clement Ducos wins it for the Volunteers. Chris Robinson does get up for second. 47.69 officially for Clement Ducos. A big lifetime best for the Frenchman. That's, of course, a meet record. Tennessee goes first, third, fourth, with Chris Robinson breaking up the streak. That's a number 4 time in collegiate history by the senior from Knoxville.
Well, Chris Robinson had the number 6 all-time in collegiate history with that run last year, but look at Ducos in the middle of the track there, right in the middle of his two teammates, just so smooth. He got a left leg lead, Dwight, and you talk about how important that is to have that inside lead leg. You got to be careful, get that lead leg over the hurdle and not around it, but just look at how smooth he was. He is such a good executor of the hurdle. Then he gets his feet down in between and just runs steady, and he got such a lead that Chris Robinson just was not able to catch him, but an outstanding run for him, just bolstered just that much of a stronger claim for the French just to go ahead and put him on the Olympic team.
Alabama did manage to score 11 points in that race with Chris Robinson second and their other hurlers 7th and 8th, but a big meet record and lifetime best for Clement Ducos of Tennessee and Bordeaux, France. Probably going to see him in the Olympic Games in Paris, and he's downstairs with Fernando.
Oh, Clement, c'est magnifique.
C'est magnifique, merci.
That's it. That's, again, my French is very, very limited. Now, you're not. I mean, that's a big, big, big PR.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the time. I mean, I trained very hard, so I think I deserve to run that fast, to be honest.
You're close to your national record.
Yeah, I think 2/10 of a second, right? Yeah.
What does this mean looking forward to the rest of the summer?
I want to run 46. It might be presumptuous, but sir, we train so hard. I really want to run 46.
Well, we'll see in a couple of weeks at the NCAAs. Clement.
Number 3 in French history is just 3/10